first piece that I'm doing, related to the lovers here, I was originally going to use that sculpture over there because it didn't have any graffiti on it. But then I ended up using this one because it had graffiti on it. And this is a poem that I performed at a wedding last year and haven't performed since. So here goes. When we are born, we're incomplete, though we may have two able feet, though we may have two useful hands, two arms to spread, two legs to stand, two eyes to see, two ears to hear, two rounded cheeks to slow our tears, though we may have two lips to kiss, there are still pieces that we miss. We're born with just one back to bear, the burdens we are meant to share. We're born with just one mind to keep, the secrets we are meant to speak. We're born with just one lonely heart, so we must find our other part. When we are born, we are not whole, so we must find our other soul. When the Queen of Hearts found her other half, she found a partner who could make her laugh, a teller of stories and a king of jest, the wild card, the joker, who trumps all the rest. When the joker found the big-hearted queen, he found a love beyond his wildest dream. When she offers her love, she gives it in spades. His heart would be hers for the rest of their days. When it comes to life's most valuable things, they are richer by far than the Diamond King. Whatever hands they're dealt, whatever cards they share, they are destined to win. They are a perfect pair. Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm doing another poem, and this one is based on my trip a couple years back to Scotland, and this awesome little village called Lochmaben. And it was called Lochmaben because it had all these various lochs or lakes that you could walk around and admire. And this is a brand new poem, so I hope I remember it all the way through. I wrote it specifically for this sculpture, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm still not sure if I was awake when I was in Lochmaben, Scotland, and I met the goddess of Castle Lake. She greeted me with a friendly handshake, as if unaware that I'm a common mortal, and she a god. Was I awake? She assured me there was no mistake, that she's fond of humans and often waves at us with waves. Just a little lake goddess humor. I cannot overstate how strange all of this was and how awesome. But could I really have been awake? She has lived there since the lake took shape. Its ruined castle must look modern in her eyes. And she protects her lake, loves all life in and around it. snake, frog, bird, fish, plant, insect, they all blossom in her care. The goddess of Castle Lake. And I'm almost certain that I was awake when she held out her hand for me to take. When we talked and laughed for 2 hours straight. Yet the details are mostly forgotten. When I met the goddess of Castle Lake, I was dreaming, yet never more awake. Thank you. This is my last one, I swear. You can come in a little bit closer, actually, if you would. This is not a new poem. I performed this one quite a few times, and it's one of my favorites. And I originally wrote it for Back Alley Antics 6 years ago. I've been doing Back Alley Antics. I think I've only missed one in the last 10 years or so. It's one of my favorite annual events. I'm so glad to be at this park today. It's a kind of a cool change up. I still don't have a title for this, so I'm just gonna dive right in. My grandfather told me before he died that people have metal hiding inside their bodies. And as people get older, well, their metal gets colder. And that's why old people are grumpy sometimes. My grandfather told me before he died the metal that he had hiding inside was covered in rust. Just like the old bus he kept in his yard. When they were young and very much alive, my grandma and grandpa would drive and drive from coast to coast in that very same bus before the metal had started to rust. My grandfather told me before he died, the metal that we have hiding inside is magnetic. He told me my grandmother couldn't resist him. She was drawn to the metal inside his system. Before he died, my grandfather told me my grandmother's heart was made of gold. And it never got cold. And it never got rusty because gold doesn't rust. But even gold can turn to dust. My grandfather told me that when he died, he would find his wife on the other side. And he would find his bus no longer covered in rust. And they would drive and drive from coast to coast, and, well, he'd never be grumpy when he was a ghost. My grandfather told me before he died, the metal that we have hiding inside is precious. That everyone is valuable. And everyone is rich. Thank you.